What's going on, everyone? I'm J.U. Kalkrick, former running back at Michigan State University. After college, I was blessed with the opportunity to play 5 years in the NFL for the New York Jets, San Francisco 49ers, and my hometown team, the Buffalo Bills. Now I'm a proud member of Team Xenith. With the Live Your Game spotlight, we turn the cameras on deserving coaches and players around the country to show us how they live their game. On this edition of the Xenith Live Your Game Spotlight, we turn the focus on the Box State Hornets out of Aurora, Colorado. Today, we're joined by founder and head coach of the Hornets, Coach Marquise Xenith, and his player, Jay. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, I'm just going to jump in there with you. Can you just tell us about the Box State Hornets?
Yeah, so the Box State Hornets is an organization that I went on ahead and launched out I've been working on it for about a couple years now, but we went on ahead and launched out last fall. It's an organization that I wanted to tie in within the Gateway community to make sure that the kids within that community has the same support and structure system that all the other kids are having in the other areas.
Great. And we're joined here by, one of your running backs and / free safety, Jaden. Jaden, what does this team mean to you?
This team actually means a lot to me. I mean, I could see we have potential where we could become a strong team if we just try it hard and practice what it is.
Excellent. So, Coach, when you said you made the decision to form this team and launch it, what was the reasoning behind it? Was it that you saw like these kids weren't getting a lot of the opportunity as other teams and other kids were getting, and you decided to throw this out there?
Well, I mean, it's more of a personal thing for me. Football has been around in my life since about 6 years old, really helped me become the man I am today. So I just wanted to make sure that when it was time that I was giving back the way the game had given back to me, not necessarily what other areas were doing, but, as they always say, it takes a village to make sure that, the future leaders are taken care of. I just wanted to make sure that area was included with all the other areas that are doing the same deal for these young men.
Yeah, excellent. You hit it on the head with the fact that this game has done a lot for, the people that have played it once they've gotten older and the lessons that they've learned through the game. A question for both of you. I'm going to ask you first, Coach, and then I'm going to reach out to Jay and see what his answer is. But what lesson do you want these kids to take out of this outside the X's and O's?
Yeah. So I really want them to understand the word momentum. Just going through my personal experience with football, I finished up at CSU Pueblo. When I had my last meeting with Coach John Richton up there, he really just explained to me about momentum and what that meant. What I want these kids to really understand is every little thing that they do on a daily basis, give it 110% because that's only going to make them a better player when it's all said and done. And once they understand that, then, sky's the limit for these young men when they go to the next level.
Excellent. What about you, Jay? What outside of X's and O's do you take away from being a part of this team?
I think that it's best for us to know that it's once it comes to life, we can it's no backing down. There's no, you can't hide from what's coming towards you, because let's say we're doing conditioning, you're not going to hide from that. So in life, you can't hide or run away.
Yeah, that's a great answer. The game really illuminates and puts a light on, your strengths and weaknesses and things that you have to work on and improve on. And I think that's awesome that Coach is bringing this to the program and displaying that for you guys. For you, Jay, are you a swag guy? When you're out there, are you swagged out with your, the crop top and the wristbands and everything? Or are you just a blue collar guy?
I would say I'm more like a blue collar guy. It's doesn't matter what I look at. I just go out, show what I can, do best for my team, make sure they're all right, and we can keep going, keep the momentum.
What type of football player? What's your favorite NFL and college team, and who's your favorite player?
NFL. Right now, my NFL favorite team since I was young was really the Chiefs, Kansas City, and the college. I grew up watching Penn State, so I'd have to go with Penn.
Okay.
And my favorite player that inspires me is Barry Sanders.
Oh wow, okay, a Detroit guy. Very nice. How about you, Coach?
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm a Chargers fan. Not necessarily a big reason. I was always been a fan of, like Jaden said, that the little running backs like myself. I've never been that big of a player. So, when Darren Sproles, went over to San Diego, and I actually got to run into him on my recruiting trip over to Kansas State. Just kind of made me trigger that team a little bit more, and watching them over the years, and the things that they were going through to get to where they got to, just really made me appreciate what the Chargers have been doing over there and what they're doing today. As far as a player, I'm same with Jaden. Barry Sanders, he's always been my guy. Again, being a little guy, you got to run for your life. So the more you know your legs and wiggle a little bit, the easier it makes for you out there on the field. So those are my answers right there.
Really interesting that both of you chose Barry Sanders. He was one of the greatest running backs to ever play the game. So you can't go wrong for that answer. So, Coach, you played in college, and then you formed this league. From speaking to you, I understand some of your purpose of this league is to bring these kids closer together, teach them lessons on and off the field. What type of team building activities do you guys do that puts you guys closer together?
I took a lot from CSU Pueblo. I mean, Coach Richardson and the staff has been a phenomenal group of coaches that really taught me a lot about just strategy and structure with an organization. So one thing we did at CSU Pueblo, we called it Midnight Madness. You get up at midnight, and then you go out there on the field, and you just you go through this conditioning that you don't know what it's all about, especially when you're new. So we switched it up a little bit and called it Swarm Madness, where the boys get to come out there and earn their rites of passage, within the nest is what we call it for the Hornets organization.
Excellent. Jay, for you, what do you and your teammates do to make practice fun? Because I understand, just like anything else, sometimes it can get mundane and tiring. But how do you guys hype up practice and make it fun?
We like to compete a lot. Make sure like I'm keeping my team strong, so we like to compete a lot. Try to see who's faster and stronger. And we like to pull out some jokes here and there, talk some stuff.
Coach, for you, I know, I asked Jaden about being a swag guy. I saw the helmets design, the uniform design is really swagged out. What's some of the inspiration behind that?
It's just identity. To have a buy-in program, the players got to really understand the identity, who they are when they step on this field, who they become. It just makes it that much more better. So a lot of the thought process for me was, what can I do to really these young men to understand, when you step on this field, you're a Hornet. You guys swarm together to go out there and do what you got to do to be successful. And like I always like to tell Jaden and them, put steak on the table. I said, everybody like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but for dinner, you want a steak. So, in order to get that, you guys got to go out there as that identity and make things happen.
I love it. Put steak on the table. I'm going to steal that. I think that can be used for anything in life, really, that's worth working for. Last question for you guys. Jaden, it's game time. You're in the locker room getting ready to go. What's on your pregame playlist?
I have some YNW Melly, King Von, some Life and Flow.
A blend of all, but majority hip hop. How about you, Coach? What you got on your playlist?
Oh man, my era was the Rick Ross days, man. So I listened to a lot of Rick Ross. I listened to the old school Lil Wayne. Just something to get me in the vibe of helping these young men go to war, since I'm not the one doing that anymore. So getting back in my mode so they can feel my energy, and collectively we can go out there and put on a show for the parents and themselves.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you and Jay for taking the time to join us. We understand there's a lot, especially with the fact that, you're just starting this program out. And here at Xenith, we just, appreciate the partnership that we have with you, and anything that we can do to make things go smoother and easier for you guys, please feel free to reach out and let us know.
All right. We appreciate again the opportunity, guys. I believe in the company and what you guys are doing, and we're excited for the ride with you guys. So thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.